That's what the scheme was. It's we just couldn't quite get there. We were going to try it on something larger, maybe something with a bigger brain. Although that's debatable, but rancors are actually quite tender creatures.
Yeah, tender.
You ever heard them mating? Anyway,
Yeah.
Vec slowly nods.
Unfortunately, we all have.
But yeah, I mean, still, this is a lot of my time in there, and look, I just want my research. Maybe I can get back in with the university or something. I don't know at this point.
Ted seems very downtrodden in general.
And Vec, with all the social grace that someone of her caliber would muster, and says, well, you were already ostracized for your clearly radical research the way it is. If you went back to your university with such talk as controlling big game using elements of the Force, you would certainly have agents of the Empire knocking at your door.
And Natet somehow manages to look even more downtrodden upon hearing that. He shrinks even further. The little spikes around his head kind of droop.
You're probably right. Don't really know what I've got left for me at this point. Certainly, I can't go back to my wife at this point.
And he kind of puts his face down into his hands.
Walter's eating a cup of noodle nearby. But he breaks them.
Vec again with social graces. Well, if we did see our wife on Nar Shaddaa, presumably she's still alive. I don't see why you can't go back to her.
Because she's sleeping with another man.
Walter just kind of winces.
No, he's dead.
He's dead?
Very dead.
Tell me more.
And even without that, Syrians would not see that as a big deal to begin with.
Kellen Milia. Dead. Got eaten by a rancor. Ripped apart.
What? Oh, what a way to go.
As a matter of fact, it was the rancor that was meant to be delivered to you that ripped him apart.
Small galaxy, isn't it? Well, that's lifted my spirits considerably. Thank you.
I'm sure if you actually want to see this to verify, there's going to be recording of that somewhere in the ship's sensors. I could play it for you.
Oh, please, that would be delightful.
Dr. Vec goes to take care of that.
Is she going to play the other thing again?
Not the mating stuff, but basically what happened that we saw and the ship saw from like the end of our first session.
So that replays, including the part where the unnamed 8th member of the team is crushed to death inside of the Rancor cage.
We don't talk about that.
I will just point out as well, Trum did mention the weekly or so supply run, which is also an option for you guys. A helpful guard says this, walking by.
Oh, thanks, helpful guard.
Well, I suppose then, like, how would we end up using that to our advantage? Would we attack the supply ship, board it, take it over, and drive that to the base?
Can we? Tem walks back in, looking a little bit more composed. There's only a little blood leaking out of his nose. Can we maybe plant a bomb on the supply ship?
I like that idea, Walter says while he kind of motions towards his nose at Tem.
Tem wipes at the wrong nostril.
They spend like a minute trying to go back and forth between, figure out which nostril to go.
And eventually they get it, and he's like, "Oh, that's weird." Anyway, I mean, some of you guys are good at demolitions, right?
Are we?
I mean, even if not, we've got all these proton torpedoes that we can't fire out of the ship, so we could probably turn one of them into a bomb.
Dr. Vex's eyes light up. It's like, well, I mean, I did have a couple of proton grenades, but when you bring that to mind, of course it's possible. Not even just possible, but likely. It can be done. If you could be there, I can make it happen.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Meanwhile, on like the screen.
Yeah, I mean, I can get you close to a spaceship in space. It's real easy, actually.
Well, for stability purpose, we would likely want to board the supply vessel.
Yeah, but if we don't, if we can't, I can also just drive you up to the side. You can slap that bad bear right on there.
We
One
could
does
even
not just
make it a magnetic. We know the route they're taking. Just slap a magnet on it. When they fly by, dunk. We don't even have to be there for it.
like Vec like opens her mouth and then like her two brains like begin spinning and like I was never told to tell an idea no.
Look at Jason seems to have an extreme look of confidence of his understanding of the situation.
Vec says I must go and like gets up and walks away.
That's how the series ended.
Alright, so we got that going on to disrupt their supplies. We're gonna go in there, maybe on foot, try and be sneaky about it, take out the communications. Jason, you're good at slicing, right?
I mean, watch is probably a little better.
Well, you could work together maybe, and if we can get... Maybe before we shut down the comm relay, could we use that to get into the base controls, maybe disable their locks? Tim essentially thinks of A-Team as like a large, angry animal that he has to put somewhere with as few obstacles as possible to get the best use out of them.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I think he's quite right about that.
Jason gives a look at Watcher because he's the only computer guy on the ship. Probably, I mean, depending on how the system's architected.
There's a high probability that if we did that, it would also release all these animals that we're speaking of.
That might not be a bad thing, to be honest.
Well, I mean, so long as A-Team doesn't mind, fighting Rancors.
We have had good luck with releasing angry animals on our enemies before.
It's true.
Vec calls from like one of the ship. My cube worked perfectly, I'll have you know.
The thing is, if we release a Rancor on the Voiceless Diatham, we'll be able to tell our buddies that there's going to be some hunting available and they need to be loaded for bear. Because we'll know that they're there. We know they're there. They'll know they're there. The Voiceless Diatham guys, they'll be like, oh god, my face, it's being eaten by a Rancor.
That sounds accurate.
So that's my plan.
I hate to burst the bubble. You guys are all so passionate, but they don't have a Rancor.
Oh.
Well, now I'm not feeling it.
Sorry.
Well, either way, if we can get their locks open, we can release the Rancors of our own. The Rancors of war, as we say here in this galaxy all the time. Release the Rancors of war.
Do
says that?
Yep. All the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It'd be like a Rancor in a hollow dish shop. Holographic dishes are very fragile. They're holographic. Okay, so we've got some ideas.
We've got some pretty good ideas.
All right, let's go get that ID from Snuck. We got that. We got the Schmitzy Keen ID, and we just need to... I think Vec's working on that bomb. And so, Jason, you need to get us to that supply route so we can plant the bomb.
Yeah, we'll do. I guess I'll flip into something a little more piloty. And Jason heads off towards. Are we on the ship right now? We must be.
Yeah, we're on the ship.
Yeah.
Jason heads off towards the cockpit. That's what it's called. I wasn't stalling for time. Shut up. Who says I was?
I thought you were gonna be like, Jason's currently wearing a bathrobe. He goes to put his flight suit on.
He's been holding a toothbrush in his mouth the whole time. It's just been bulging
going
out
to
his...
This is a very early morning meeting. No one else on the ship is a fan of Thames meeting times.
So the info that Trum will give you guys with regards to the supply route, it is a speeder that does the supply route down on Alderaan. It won't be a space bit, but you've still got to get the ship over there. You still get to pilot it.
Oh man, I guess so.
You just have to deal with gravity,
Oh man,
which is like the Force if you think about it.
sure is. Well, I'm gonna punch in the coordinates for supplies. That's a word.
You're Alderaan.
Yeah, Alderaan is actually where we're going, right?
Yes, indeed.
I'm gonna type Bail Organa into my computer and say, fuck you, Tim.
Tim doesn't hear that. He's in another room.
So you guys will eventually make it to Alderaan. It is big. It is beautiful. It is very cloudy.
Not nearly enough cities on this planet. Tim grouses, looking out the window.
Good thing we've got a guy who hikes clouds.
Who likes blue skies? Ugh. Give me that gray and yellow. I'm a Coruscant man, born and bred, right?
I like the neon of Narshada.
That's pretty good too.
I just like any place where I can... Oh my god! Oh my god!
We're blowing up! Oh no!
God!
Well, thanks for joining us here on Stillwater, the Star Wars tale.
Well,
As
before we get
Alderaan's
to...
planetary defenses blow up our ship.
Great. These are things I
It's
never
very
get
nice.
to use. So, with that in mind, maybe we should have Dr. Vic roll something to see if this goes off without a hitch.
So, let me see if I can effectively summarize what I'm attempting to do here.
Okay.
There is a, what did you call it, Arp? A proton torpedo or whatever?
Yeah.
So, I'm attempting... This is so fucked up. It's gonna blow up her ship. I apparently am attempting to take one of those and turn it into a timed explosive device that we can attach magnetically to this vehicular craft so that it can explode, presumably upon entry or arrival at the voiceless star of the base.
It doesn't have to be timed. You could maybe do like a GPS lock.
Okay, that.
Or just a trigger.
Or that.
You do whatever you want, honey cakes. I know you put a lot of time and effort into this, so whatever you say it does, my friend.
I'm looking to feel out possible complexity since I am unfamiliar with how feasible this really even is in Star Wars technology.
Well, the proton
Star Wars
torpedo.
has magic technologies. So
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Pretty
level of
feasible.
tech in Star Wars is basically whatever the author needs it to be at all times.
Yep.
I mean,
Right.
how many times has the latest threat being cooked up in a cloaking device?
it's what we call science fantasy. Other notable science
Well,
fantasies are more.
in this particular situation, I'm beholden to the ruling of God, which is why I'm feeling out like the complexities of this particular Jason, given the tools that I would reasonably have access to, not only in my kit, but in like the toolkit of this starship. the time of a few days.
Yeah, so you're gonna like be trying to take the payload out of a photon torpedo.
Proton.
Is that what they call them in Star Wars?
It's proton.
No, I don't think so.
Proton?
Proton torpedoes.
Is that
fair
a,
enough.
is that a thing? That doesn't sound
It's
right.
the ones they used to blow up the Death Star. Proton torpedoes.
You gotta
Photon
take the
torpedoes are
payload.
the other Star Trek.
I think they just called it a torpedo.
I think the difficult part potentially would just be getting the payload out of the missile. And then you're just going to slap it to some kind of magnet device and create, I guess, some kind of ignition switch.
It's like I'm trying to turn this payload into a makeshift thermal detonator, or like multiple thermal detonators without actually having thermal detonators.
Unless you want to have a thermal detonator to add to it.
Well, I don't have any thermal detonators, and they're beyond my ability to destiny point, given their rarity and their restriction. Also out of my price range.
I could always ask Snook for one.
I will not be beholden to the right-hand man of Moth for supplies. That's how someone obtains power over you.
Yeah, particularly when you're trying to replace him, apparently.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not going to ask someone who's clearly uninformed in explosives to give me explosives. That sounds like him removing me.
Well, you're Dr. Vec. You've got 2 brains. You can do this. As for how you're going to do this with regards to the mechanics of this system, let's see.
It'd be like a mechanics.
Gotta be mechanics.
Second mechanics.
I also
Motion carries.
Yeah, the motion carries. All right. If you want to roll your mechanics to see if you succeed in all of this, it will be against 3 purple dice. Because you're Dr. Vec, you're pretty smart. And you like bombs, is my understanding.
Sure. All right, 3 purple. I will. What the hell? I will spend a light side point to upgrade my check. Because I don't want this to go bad, you know. Your ship, son. Like.
No, I should use a dark side point then, so we can get a despair into play.
Oh no.
If you so desire before I roll.
Why
No,
did I
that's
suggest this?
big-ish.
Woo!
Thankfully, I succeed.
Yeah, so how do you want to spend those advantages?
5 of
What
them.
cool innovation have you added to this Magno bomb?
Okay. So, the Magna bomb will actually work as like an appropriate magnet to attach to the surface of whatever vehicle we're gonna do, but can easily be removed. It's a non-stick adhesive. In addition, it acts as a hand warmer, and it plays the same haunting jingle as the stun grenade that I ended up employing it was 2 sessions ago. The stun grenade using box thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was just last session, I think.
And it has a voice, a soothing voice like Alexa. I'm like, Alexa, you may detonate now. Detonating.
Alexa, are you connected to the CIA?
It's like, Dr.
Kila
Vec,
Salai.
Dr. Vec, adhering to target vehicle.
Well, that sounds amazing to me. This is probably a tense day or two, as everyone on the ship is well aware that Dr. Beck is performing surgery on a device that could destroy the ship.
Oh yes, Dr. Vec will make them all full aware that severe consequences of this could render part of the ship non-functional.
Jason will deal with this by using the same strategy I use in real life by talking to everybody about everything that's not the bomb being crafted in the ship. Just everything else, he'll just be such a chatty boy about the workings of everything except the bomb.
Of course, Dr. Vick would also know that as a preeminent mechanical expert, she would undoubtedly die if such an explosion were to occur, leaving the ship in questionable quality and perhaps unable to complete its mission in a timely fashion.
Anything else?
Tem is very excited that someone's finally talking to him about dioramas and miniatures.
Trum is also there, and she's trying to engage with Jason.
Nice.
So you think that was your dad back there?
I mean, it could have been. I don't know.
So weird.
Yeah. Why would he be there, of all places, you think?
It's a small galaxy, I've got to tell you. With what I've seen since leaving the Ascendancy, well, you don't want to hear about that, and I suppose we're supposed to be paying attention to Tem's boring dioramas.
Look, these things don't have to be happening at the same time, Smug.
Maybe you could make
I'm
a
afraid
diorama
that they
about my
are.
lost dad.
That's just how it boils down. This is the scene that's going on when Dr. Vec tells everyone the good news.
Good news, everyone. Sorry.
Yeah, what's up, Doctor?
You will all be delighted to know that the extraction and implementation of the device has been a success.
Hey, all right.
It is so simple that any of you, should I falter for whatever reason, would be able to apply the device to the target vehicle.
Good.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to resume removing the electrical shortages from the turret after a cup of noodles got poured over it.
Greatly appreciated. Another thing I greatly appreciate is the great taste of these noodles.
This again.
Vec wipes her brow and walks away to resume working on the turret.
Preparing a cup noodle is a lot like preparing a miniature for a diorama. Both of them require a lot of care and, an artist's touch.
Do you like to add anything to your cup noodles?
Of course, don't you?
I normally just use the seasoning packet that comes with it.
Well,
you ever put sour bantha cream in there? That's real good, actually.
I have a lot of trouble getting the cream out of the bantha.
Well, you just buy it at like the corner store. You don't. I mean,
Walter looks mildly alarmed.
I don't think they sell banthas at corner stores, Jason.
No, you don't buy the bantha at the corner.
It's not good if it's not fresh, Jason.
You elitists.
Well, I like to, myself, add a little bit of blue milk to it.
Oh, blue milk.
That gives it a nice calming color as well as the great flavor of milky cup noodles.
Is that a thing? I feel like that's the worst thing ever.
Blue milk? Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, blue milk
Just
is a real
adding
thing.
milk to cup noodles, period.
Oh.
I have no idea.
I mean, the sour cream thing is totally real and it's totally good, you guys. You should try it out. But milk, maybe not. Maybe not milk so much.
Maybe not that form of dairy.
I mean, I guess if you had heavy cream, you could boil it down for like an Alfredo sauce.
Apparently, it was a craze in Japan to add steaming hot milk to seafood-flavored cup noodles.
Huh.
Back in 2008.
I'm willing to try it.
All right, you let us know how that goes.
If I ever get some cup noodles, I will.
All right,
Okay,
Big
so
Cup
that's-
Noodles, if you're listening to this, please send us some shipments of delicious cup noodle.
Seafood
You won't even
food,
notice
I
the
guess.
sodium slowing your heart.
Well, as you know, we all only have a certain number of heartbeats in our entire life, so by slowing your heart, you're really just prolonging your life.
It's true.
All right, so we've got one half of our plan in place. I assume that we're pretty close to Alderaan now.
You're as near to Alderaan as you want it to be.
It's been a couple days, right? Because it took a couple days for Vec to rig up her bomb.
Yeah, so by the time you guys get there, you're all going to be fully healed, of course, all strain removed. And then, unless you guys want to do anything else in your time, you will burst out of hyperspace to that big, beautiful blue marble of clouds. It's not a cloud city.
Ugh.
And
No,
immediately
no
you...
signs of industry down there whatsoever.
But there's definitely signs of industry in far orbit, as there are 2 Star Destroyers just kind of rotating around the planet, refusing to go into geosynchronous orbit with such an inferior planetoid.
All right, so I guess it would be Jason's job to get us landed, right?
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that, no problem.
Great.
Let's land up. I'm bringing her down, Cap.
Well, I mean, you're the captain, but okay.
I'm the pilot.
The captain, while we're on the... Didn't we go over this already?
No, did we? Am I the captain?
The captain of this ship.
Yep, you're the captain now.
Oh, look at me.
You're the captain of the Schmitty Keen.
Well, okay. Well, Jason starts to land with the Schmitty key. If there's any
So
other
where you're
questions.
bringing it down, are you guys actually gonna go to Aldera, or are you gonna go straight to presumably the cutoff point?
Where are we allowed to land without raising suspicion?
You could probably land at any number of cities on the planet that have got functional spaceports. Most traffic goes to the capital city of Aldera, though.
Okay.
Would it be feasible for us? Is it feasible to take this vessel and somehow sneak it through whatever radars or sensors are on this planet to get it to the cutoff point? Or
I
is this
definitely
ship
is
too
possible.
large? Okay.
No, I'd say it's possible, and I mean, people would still go from port to port anyway while on the planet, depending on what they're doing. They just lodge their flight plans and move along. You guys could certainly try to stealth your way down, or you could just go ahead and, arrange to dock at Aldera, and then you move the ship afterwards.
Okay.
And I like the idea of us not even bothering with the capital city. To
That's-
just lurk at the cutoff point, and perhaps through the magic of a destiny point, what do you know? It's like we arrived right on time, and we don't have to wait that long. There's the transport ship,
Hmm.
the vehicle rather.
I mean, I'm willing to test whatever I got against whatever Smug's thinking for sneaking into the atmosphere without being all caught up in bureaucracy, which I hate, even though I'm an Imperial.
Are you at this point?
Yeah, he's killed enough people to qualify as an Imperial.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
I killed the number of people required to get my health care. Oh.
Yeah, he's got his SAG card.
And now, we agents may have been exiled from our former lives, but we have acted in the interest of the Empire for the past 6 months, damn it.
Very true.
Yeah, that's our job, so.
But you're definitely not Imperials at this point.
Not officially.
Not officially. If anything, you're probably rogue agents that are, probably wanted.
Jason can feel like an Imperial in his heart.
He can know in his heart that he's earned the title.
Doesn't make me feel better. It makes me feel worse, actually.
Tem as they're coming in towards Alderaan, Tem has actually prepared a small ceremony. He presents Jason with a little badge. It's got the number of people that he's killed on it as faces with X's for eyes, and he's like, Jason, I just gotta say I'm real proud of how you stepped up when the danger was there, and I want to present you with this badge of Imperial merit.
Oh boy, you made this in the bathtub, didn't you? Just taking a bath and making a patch. Can't believe it.
Well, anyway, he claps Jason on the shoulder in a fatherly manner. I guess let's get down to Alderaan.
Yeah. Okay. He puts the badge that's totally real, over his eye patch.
Well, that'll come into play later, I'm sure. All right, so you guys want to just go ahead and cut to the chase, as it were?
Yeah, we get over there.
All right. Oh, I'm still on explosives. I love these. I love these things, yeah. Can do all kinds of fun things.
It's transition noise.
That's right. It's like a sideways swipe, and then it reveals the lush forest of Alderaan itself, and the ship with its new ID just kind of floating down, flying majestically, and then going down into the tree line and managing to land without any adverse repercussions that you guys are aware of. Based off the intel that Trum has provided with you, the supply route, it's kind of like a dirt road, but of course everybody uses speeders and the like, so they just float over the dirt road, is about half a click away, and through the magic of timing, they're probably going to be showing up sometime in the next hour or two. So you guys will have time to get over there if you get a wiggle on.
Hey, he stole my damn catchphrase.
He did.
Did I?
Yeah. That was
Wyatt's.
Wyatt's.
What, getting a wiggle on?
Yep.
All right, so Watcher, you tell everybody what I just said.
What, getting a wiggle on?
Yeah, there you go. See, it's yours again.
I see.
Nice.
Nice. Excellently handled.
Can't believe you just
I'm
took
gonna
my
get another
saying
cup of
away
coffee. I'll
from
be
me.
right back, guys. I'll be right back.
Well, maybe we should take a quick 5-minute break then.
Perhaps.
Okay.
Fine. Be that way.
Fine.